morning from London Heathrow. I'm Matt, and today I'm going to be flying in Virgin Atlantic's upper class to Atlanta, Georgia, which is of course in the United States of America. Very fortunate that today I'm flying in Virgin's upper class, which means that even when I first arrived at Terminal 3, there was an actual separate entrance for upper class passengers where we did our check-in, document checks, and there was even a separate line for security. And in no time, here I am in the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse. Haven't had any breakfast this morning, so let's go and check out the lounge and get myself some food. And just in case you feel like working off breakfast, they have these Peloton exercise bikes here, which, as you can tell, are very, very popular. Not. This is probably the emptiest part of the lounge. Not really sure who they aimed at.
I'm Richard Branson, and I have a once-in-a-lifetime invitation for you.
Going back to breakfast, I must say that was really, really delightful breakfast. I had eggs royale, which is poached eggs with smoked salmon, and they were at least as good as some top-notch hotels. I thought that the service in the lounge really was excellent. It's actually quite different to what you find in a normal business class lounge, where they are there to service the lounge by clearing things away. Here they really do take care of you, come and ask you, are you okay? Can they get you anything? So yeah, very, very pleasantly surprised by this experience. This is actually my first time flying Virgin Atlantic at all, I believe, and what a way to fly in upper class. But now it is time for boarding, so let's go to the gate.
Conquered somehow. Oh, when I'm done.
The safety belt comes across you like in a car, but this is only for takeoff and landing. So after takeoff, we were able to unhook the top section, and it comes across just like a normal seat belt. A couple of other things which is also different on this flight compared to some of the previous flights I've taken is that actually they do serve you your champagne and other drinks as you board, which a lot of the other international carriers at the moment still don't do. And the other different thing, as you may notice, I'm not wearing a face mask, and the captain actually announced that as of midnight last night, the US has dropped its mandatory face mask requirements on board aircraft and airports. So this is fresh off the press that because this is a flight going from the UK to the US, we don't need to wear face masks. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I've actually been living in Hong Kong for the past 5.5 years. So I've actually been much more used to flying with Cathay Pacific, of course, but also airlines like Qatar Airways, where I think Cathay and Singapore Airlines have excellent, really top-notch service. The one here in Virgin Atlantic is also very, very good, really top-notch, but presented in a much more friendly, dare I say, fun kind of fashion, which, you know what, I'm actually quite a fan of it. Even the seats, everything feels a little bit plasticky, but not in a way that I do mind. Feels a little bit more modern, a little bit more vibrant. The one criticism I have is that bits of the cabin do seem a little bit tatty. I guess maybe over the last 2 years, airlines haven't had much investment to put into this, but hey, it's just a little small criticism. We are nearly ready for some food, so let's see whether that's as good as I experienced in the Clubhouse this morning. tell you what, I really enjoyed my food. As a point of comparison, the last flight I took was on Singapore Airlines on the A380 in business class. And I got served stuff like a lobster thermidor. Now, that sounds really luxurious and it was nice that it wasn't really cooked perfectly, quite hard to cook like that. But in contrast, everything I've been served today on this flight has been absolutely perfect. And I'm comparing lobster thermidor with something I would not normally eat, chicken breast, and even that was actually really good against all stereotypes of British cooking. Vegetables were green, they were crunchy, they were full of flavor. I'm really, really impressed. I've been living in Hong Kong for these past few years with COVID and everything. It's still going through zero COVID over there.
What's the matter with you?
I'm really sad to have left Hong Kong, like honestly. But going through all of this and on this flight, it's such a different world, and really reminds me what life and living is actually all about. So for your part in all of this, Virgin Atlantic, thank you so much for it. I'm really enjoying myself. So I'm gonna check out the in-flight entertainment system and maybe have a little snooze because I am a little bit tired. Well, I ended up sleeping a little bit longer than I intended. It's actually a day flight today, so I wasn't really planning on sleeping very much, but I didn't sleep very well last night, so I went off to Dreamland for over 2 hours, and actually I woke up really quite refreshed. Sometimes with these airline seats, when you lie down, even though it's a flatbed of some sort, you do wake up and you have little aches and things everywhere. No such issues today. Even my neck feels fine. Nice. So very happy with that, I guess. One thing to point out is right at the back of this upper class cabin, there's sort of a lounge area, which if I think of it, the closest thing I can think of to this is on the Emirates A380 business class. You do have a bar area where people can gather. They serve drinks and snacks and things like that there. So I was hoping it would be a bit like that, but kind of when I checked it out, it was pretty empty. There were just a couple of seats, like sofas, where I guess you could gather with your friends. But it wasn't really feeling very much of a vibe there. Maybe on a different flight with different people, it would be much better used. Instead, I came back to my seat, had myself some more of that yummy food, a salad and some green tea. Very, very yummy. So we are now just over an hour till we land. So I'm gonna finish watching this movie and I will see you in Atlanta.
Will not be waiting. Like I wait too long, I won't be waiting. I'll bet the second chance will not be dating. I wanna hide.
Welcome to Oscar Jackson International Airport. The local time now is 10 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. While we taxi to the terminal, please do remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the seat
I made it through immigration, so I am officially in the United States of America. And what a wonderful way to come here today on Virgin Atlantic's upper class service from London Heathrow to where I am now in Atlanta, Georgia. As I mentioned, if it's not my very first time on Virgin Atlantic, then it's definitely my first time in upper class, and what an experience. I enjoyed every aspect of it, from the clubhouse this morning to the seats to the food, and especially all the crew who looked after me today. So thank you so much, Olivia, and everybody else who looked after me today. Compared to other airlines like Singapore Airlines, which was the last flight I took, so check those videos out as well. I found Virgin, very different from the product itself to how they approach customer service, and I really enjoyed it. And actually, it was really refreshing to have such a fun experience. Yeah, definitely think it was fun, and I hope you guys have also enjoyed coming along as much as I have experiencing it today. If you did, do me a favor, click the like button underneath this video. And if you're new to my channel, do check out some of my other videos and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on some of my other adventures around the world. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video.